My dying grandfather made all 6 grandchildren compete for his fortune. I was the only one who failed every test. At the reading of his will, I found out why he wanted me to. My grandfather called all 6 of us to his estate. He sat at his dining table looking thinner than I'd ever seen him. Stage 4, he said. 2 months if I'm lucky. Nobody spoke. Then he told us about the money. $22 million. Instead of splitting it, he wanted to give everything to one person, whoever proved they deserved it. There will be tests, he said. I won't tell you how many or when. Just know I'll be watching. My cousins started whispering before he finished talking. I could see them scheming already, sizing each other up like enemies. I felt sick. This was our grandfather dying and they were already calculating their odds. As everyone filed out, grandfather grabbed my arm, pulled me close. Just be yourself, he said quietly. That's all I ask. I didn't know what that meant, but I nodded and told him I would. The first test came a week later. Grandfather handed each of us $1,000 cash. Whoever turns this into the most money by Sunday wins, he said. Kyle put his into crypto. Sydney drove to Vegas. Brent started flipping items online. I drove home with the cash, not sure what to do. That's when I saw the Molinas sitting on their front porch. They went to grandfather's church. Dad lost his job 3 months ago. 2 little kids. An eviction notice taped to their door. I didn't even think about it. I gave them the whole $1,000. My cousins couldn't wait to brag. Kyle made $1,400. Sydney doubled hers. Brent tripled it somehow. I told the truth. I gave it away. They laughed at me. Grandfather just wrote something in a small notebook and said nothing. The second test was a question. What would you do with the inheritance? Kyle talked about real estate. Sydney talked about retiring early. Brent had a whole business plan ready. When grandfather looked at me, I thought about it. I'd take care of Maria, I said. She was his housekeeper for 40 years. No retirement savings, no family. I'd make sure she's taken care of. My cousin Kyle laughed out loud. That's why you're gonna lose, man. Grandfather wrote in his notebook again. The third test I didn't recognize until it was over. Grandfather introduced us to his new lawyer at the estate. The guy set his briefcase down and it popped open. Cash everywhere. He pretended not to notice and stepped out of the room. I watched Kyle and Brent pocket money when they thought no one was looking. When the lawyer came back, I told him his briefcase had been open. My cousins looked at me like I'd betrayed them. Grandfather stood in the doorway watching. 2 weeks later, grandfather died in his sleep. No winner announced. My cousins assumed whoever won the most tests would get everything. I assumed I'd lost. We gathered for the reading of the will in grandfather's study. My cousins sat with their shoulders back, confident. I sat in the corner expecting nothing. The lawyer read through the legal stuff. Then he got to the inheritance. I leave my entire estate, all properties, investments, and holdings, to my grandson Nathan. The room exploded. Kyle shot out of his chair. That's insane. He lost every single test. Sydney was screaming that it wasn't fair. Brent threatened to sue. The lawyer held up his hand. Your grandfather left a video message. He requested it be played now. The room went quiet. He hit play. Grandfather appeared, thin but sharp-eyed. If you're watching this, I'm gone, and I'm guessing some of you are upset. He held up his notebook. The tests were never about winning. They were about showing me who you really are when you think something's on the line. He flipped a page. The money test. I wasn't looking for the biggest return. I was looking for generosity. Nathan gave his away to a family in need without a second thought. Another page. The inheritance question. I wasn't looking for the best business plan. I was looking for loyalty. Nathan thought about Maria before he thought about himself. Another page. The briefcase. I wasn't looking for silence. I was looking for honesty. Nathan told the truth when it would have been easier to say nothing. 2 of you stole from a stranger and thought no one would notice. He closed the notebook. 5 of my grandchildren showed me exactly who they become when money is on the table. 1 of you showed me who he's always been. Grandfather looked directly into the camera. Nathan, you passed because you weren't trying to. That's the whole point. But he wasn't finished. His face softened. Let me tell you something I never told you. I had 4 brothers growing up. We were poor, but we loved each other. Then I built my fortune, and money turned us into enemies. Court battles, screaming matches, 30 years of silence. I lost every single one of them to greed. He paused. I didn't design these tests to be cruel. I designed them because I've seen what inheritance does to families. I wanted to find someone the money wouldn't ruin. He looked directly at me through the screen. Nathan, you're the only one who reminded me of myself before all this. You have a good heart. Protect it. The video ended. I didn't realize I was crying until I felt it on my face. My cousins were gone. The lawyer handed me grandfather's notebook and left. I opened it to the last page. The real inheritance isn't the money. It's knowing who you are when no one's watching. Below that, a small note. P.S. Take care of Maria. I know you will anyway.